Welcome to Game Night tonight for another unboxing of this game, Everdell. I've been seeing this game for a couple of years now, and I've really wanted to pick it up, and I'm glad that we have. I'm excited to play it. It is a game for 1 to 4 players. It's slightly longer. It looks like it's 40 to 80 minutes, so if you're in for the long haul, it's a good one. Not too extensive, but enough that it will keep you busy for a little bit. It looks, based on here, it's gonna be more of it's like a board game, but it's a card-based board game. So you're gonna have different things that are happening in it. Based on what I've seen and what I've heard, Everdell is basically you are in the valley of Everdell, and you are a bunch of creatures trying to collect different things before the winter moon happens and all winter breaks loose, I guess, or something. So you're gonna have like an overview, all the components. It looks like there's gonna be a really cool setup tree thing that comes with it, different kind of cards. You got all the rules, the setup, how to play the game, things that are gonna be happening. It's kind of a thicker rule book, but the print is a little bit larger, so it's kind of nice. Looks like you're going to be preparing for different seasons, like I said, before the winter moon sets in so that you have enough to survive. You got all the index of the characters, things that are happening, so that you actually understand and know maybe more in depth of what each card does, and etc. So it's a pretty thick rule book, but at the same time, like I said, bigger print, so it's not too extensive, so it doesn't look like it's going to be too hard or difficult. And of course, there's a little booklet sharing all the other stuff that this creator has done and created, all the other games, so that you can pick those up if you choose to. But I'm going to set this aside for right now. All right, so of course you need to know how to assemble the tree, because if you don't know how to assemble the tree, you don't have a tree. So there you go, the assembling the tree instructions. And this is actually a pretty big board. Wow, cool, I like it. So there you go. Well, kind of upside down there. There you have it. So you have like the city monuments, you got the Grand Tour, the Harvest Festival, the Cartographer's Expedition. Looks like you're going to have different things happening throughout. You got footprints, different symbols, the tree stump. I don't know if that's where the tree actually goes or what, but that's a pretty big board. On the back, it's just a maroon backing. So big board, but really well made, really thick cardboard. You got all these different punch outs that are going to go in there, so they make it a little bit more artsy in this way, as they have tokens that are bigger and allow you to see what's happening in the game. Different more leaves for the tree. Looks like coins, I'm guessing. Coins or victory points of some sort. You got these more little punch out tokens. These look like little tiny wooden doors, but you got those. Everything's just kind of the same on the back. All right. So then we got some tokens before we get into anything else. So these are all wooden tokens. So it looks like you got different kind of like animal creatures. That looks like a porcupine of sorts. You got like a rabbit here, like right there, rabbit. You've got, what would you say that, what is this guy? A beetle? I don't know. Maybe it's a beetle, who knows? Besides the creators, like who really knows? Okay, so you got the little squirrel guy, but there's multiples of each one. So my guess is this is your race that you're choosing. And then of course, to pack for freshness, they include that, which you can just throw away. So there's all the different tokens, the 4 different colored tokens, the animal, forest animal you are going to decide to be. And then you've got an 8-sided die, right? So you got all just the numbers there. Good for that. I don't need to break these open. It looks like they're plastic little gems. So little orange plastic gems. Nice. And then you got, what are those? So that's also plastic. So these are like the little fruit, I guess is what you're collecting. A little star fruit on the top, but kind of a rubbery little made fruit thing. So hard plastic, a little bit rubbery. Looks like you got some logs in here. And of course, they're packed with freshness, because you got to keep those logs nice and fresh. All right, so whether you're building your pathways, building, I don't know, buildings, who knows? Maybe it's roads. But you got a handful of those. You got some rocks and some extra bags, of course, which is nice. But you got these little plastic rock-looking things to add to the board. I'm not sure what those will do, but we will find out in the game when you actually read the rules, you know? That's how it goes. All right, so let's open up these tiny cards here. See what these guys are. All right, so on one side, it's all the same up until there. So you've got, look like a kind of a sand or dirt patch, and then you've got the tree branch. So the two different things on the backs there, but on the other side, I'm gonna go through these kind of quick, but if you want to, you can stop or pause the video to see what all it does. But it looks like you're gonna be ancient scrolls discovered, an evening of fireworks, a well-run city, croakware cure, the Everdell games, flying doctor's service, graduation of scholars, ministering of merchants, pack of the pilgrims, performance in residence, pristine chapel ceiling, remembering the fallen, you got tax relief under new management. So it looks like those are all kind of one type of card. That's the branch cards. And then on the back, yeah, these are the different ones. So you got copy any basic location and draw one card. So it looks like these are the different locations that allow you to collect different things for the winter, like the 3 berries. So those are the berries, little rubbery plastic berries that you're going to be collecting. But these will allow you to collect more stuff and cards to be able to play so that you can actually stock up for the winter. It looks like you get a twig, resin. So that's resin. That's what the orange ones are, resin, and a pebble, and 3 cards. So all these different things are going to allow you to draw more things. These look like they're going to be kind of more victory point based as far as the branch cards go. And then this huge deck of cards. Let's see if I can get this without having to bust out my knife. Perfect. Oh, no, not perfect. All right. It's like they build these in, but then they don't actually make it easy to get it. There we go. Perfect. Got it. All right, we're going to kind of go through this, like I said, quick. So if you want to stop and pause the game, we'll pause the video. You can actually take a closer look at the game. So it's time to celebrate. Expect a memorial of your victory. So there you go. I don't know. In all Riverdale. So this looks like just kind of not a game card, but an additional thing. So on the back, you have the artwork of the badger sitting with the little mouse, and that's on all, yep, that's on the back of all the cards. Cool. So we'll just flip this over and kind of get going through here. So we got the architect, you got the bard, you got the barge toad. You got 3 of those guys. You got the chip sweep. There are a lot of cards. All right, you got a doctor. You've got the fool. You've got a historian. It's a bat, of course. He has nothing to do at night, so he just does history. Okay, so you got the husband. It's a farmer. Got 4 of those. You got an innkeeper. 3 of those. You got a judge, who is the tortoise, of course. You got the king, the rat king or mouse king. The miner mole, because that's, you know what moles do. They mine. The monk. Looks like a ferret monk. You got the peddler. The postal pigeon. So all these characters that are going to help you collect more for your particular neck of the woods and your species, I guess. You got the queen. You got a ranger fox. You got a shepherd, who's the owl. You got a shopkeeper, bunny shopkeeper. The teacher, the crow. You got the undertaker, who's the dung beetle or something. That's awesome. The wanderer, you got the lizard. A few of those. You got the wife. You got 4 of those. You got the wood carver. You got a castle. So it looks like there's location. Yep, location cards here. Cemetery. You got the chapel. There's different like symbols over here of like, I imagine how to build them. So you need like 3 twigs and a stone to be able to build the clock tower here. And it doesn't give you any victory points or whatever that is, but you got the clock tower there. But they do allow you to gain like more twigs and resin and construction after you play a construction. So this courthouse allows you to get more stuff back, but each of them has a different effect that's going to be happening here and then associated with a victory point and then how much it costs to build that thing. Got the crane, you got a dungeon, The Ever Tree, Fairgrounds. Got 3 of those. You got a farm. I got like 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. A general store. Got a few of those. You have an inn. So it looks like you're going to be building up different locations, getting different people to help out in your town. There's a lookout, and that will all help to collect what you need to build up your society. You got that mine, the monastery, the palace, a post office, of course, and then the resin refinery. Got 3 of those. The ruins, a school. You need a school. Storehouse, of course. The theater. On to the theater. The twig barge. You gain more twigs by doing that. And the university, of course, for all those scholarly woodland creatures that we know. So there you go. A pretty hefty deck, but I mean, with 4 players, you're going to need that just so that you can get everything that you need. But boom, there you have it. I'm going to toss that back in there. But you have all the little cutouts. It just looks like you have a lot to it. You're going to have different locations, a huge board, a really cool pop-up tree. Of course, you have to know how to make it. And then you have the rules to play the game. So that's all that comes in this game of Everdell, but it looks like a lot of fun. You're stocking up, storepiling for the coming winter so that you can survive. So that sums it up for this unboxing of Everdell. So like I said, I've not played this yet, but I'm excited to play it. Hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what all is inside this game so that you kind of know more or less what's happening in it. So tune in next time on the how-to of this game so that you can kind of fully understand that. But if you did like this video, please don't forget to subscribe down below. Yeah, down below right here. So you can catch any future videos or anything like that, the how-tos, the unboxings, more games so that you can decide what games that you would like to bring into your collection and enjoy your game nights. So thank you for joining us this time on Game Night Tonight.